Yes, students. Today we will discuss generalized equation for the cantilever beam using double integration method. Right? We will discuss now. You know this is the cantilever beam. That is, one end is fixed, other end is free. A end is fixed, end B is free. Is it not? Right. Here at the free end, a load W is acting. What is the length of the beam? L, right? So, this is the cantilever beam. W, load is acting at the free end. The length of the beam is L, right? Consider a cantilever beam of length L. A point load W is acting at the free end. Now, consider a section XX, any section we can consider, right? It is at a distance of x from the free end. So, we are considering a section XX, right? It is at a distance of x from the free end, okay? Right. Now, taking moment about this XX section, what is the moment? Force into perpendicular distance. This is the force W is acting downward, right? This is the perpendicular distance, that is x. So, W into x, this is the moment. Force into perpendicular distance. What is direction? This is clockwise direction. Is it not? It is clockwise direction. Force into perpendicular distance. Is it not? Right. Here we consider the clockwise direction as negative. Right? Okay. So, moment M is equal to what is that? W into x. Clockwise direction is considered as negative. So, it is minus Wx. Why we consider that W is minus? This is acting downward. Is it not? The force is acting downward. So, force into perpendicular distance. So, we consider M is equal to minus Wx. Force into perpendicular distance. Right. Already we discussed in the earlier video, that is the generalized moment equation, that is EI into d squared y by dx squared is equal to M. Is it not? We already discussed this one. Is it not? Right. So, what is that moment equation? M is equal to EI into d squared y by dx squared. This is the generalized differential equation for the moment. We already discussed this one. Is it not? Now, put this value. What is that? Instead of M minus Wx. Putting this value here, what we get? EI into d squared y by dx squared is equal to minus Wx. Is it not? Right? Could you understand this one? Right. So, you know, this is the differential equation for the moment for the cantilever beam. Is it not? Right. If we integrate this equation once, you will get slope equation. If you again you integrate, you will get deflection equation. Right. So, this is the moment equation. What is that? Differential equation of the moment for the cantilever beam. If you integrate this one, A is constant. Now you integrate this term, it will become as dy by dx. Is it not? So, minus W taking out. If you integrate this x term, it will become as x squared by 2. Then adding the constant term C1. Let it be equation number 1. Okay. Now, integrating again, that is, if you integrate this slope equation, what you will get? You will get deflection equation, right? So, A is constant. If you integrate this dy by dx term, what will you get? Y. So, this is the deflection, y. Is it not? Now, taking out W by 2 out, then you will have x squared term. If you integrate this x squared term, what is that? X cube by 3. Is it not? Plus C1. That is become as C1x. Adding one more constant C2. Now simplifying this, Ws cube divided by 6 plus C1x plus C2. Let it be equation number 2. Right? Let it be equation number 2. Now, this C1 and C2, these are the constants, is it not? These two constants can be determined using the boundary condition. Okay? Yes. Now, boundary conditions. what is the boundary conditions for the cantilever beam? Right. This is the cantilever beam. Is it not? Right. What is the condition at A and what is the condition at B? This is the boundary conditions. Right. These are the two boundaries. One is at A, the other is B. Right. So what is the boundary condition at A? That is at x is equal to L. Always the starting point is free end in the case of cantilever beam. In the case of cantilever beam, which is the starting point? The free end is the starting point and this is the end point. That is fixed end is the end point. So we are starting from here, right? So it is 0 point. From here it is length L, right? 0 to L. From here 0 to L, right? Here 0, here L, total length L, right? So what is the boundary condition? At x is equal to L, that means at here, that is at A, right? At x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. This is the first boundary condition. What is dy by dx? dy by dx is nothing but slope. If because of load, it will deflect like this. Is it not? It will deflect like this. So the beam will bend like this. Is it not? What is the slope here? 0. So at here fixed end there is no slope. Similarly, there is no deflection because it is fixed. So it will not get deflection and will not get any slope here. Here maximum deflection will occur. And similarly, what is that slope? If you draw a tangent, then theta between the original shape and the tangent of the deflected shape is known as theta, is it not? So maximum slope and maximum deflection will be at the free end, whereas in the case of at the point fixed end, there will not be slope and there will not be deflection. Is it not? That is at x is equal to L. X is equal to L means at the fixed end A. What is that slope? 0. dy by dx is equal to 0. Similarly, at x is equal to L, that is here. What is the deflection? That is also 0. So at x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. This is the condition number 1. At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0, that is deflection is equal to 0. This is condition number 2. These are the boundary conditions, right? Now applying the first boundary condition in slope equation, that is dy by dx is equal to 0, that is slope. So we put this value in slope equation, right? Applying the condition 1 in slope equation. What is our slope equation? Already we know EA into d squared y by dx squared is equal to minus x squared plus 2 plus c1. This is our slope equation. Is it not? That is equation number 1. Already we discussed. Is it not? In this equation 1, that is in slope equation, we put this value x, instead of x we put L, instead of dy by dx we put 0. Right? Here dy by d squared y by dx, that is dy by dx squared, is it not? So it becomes, right, dy by dx becomes 0, right? dy by dx becomes 0, right? W by 2, instead of x we put L, so w L squared by 2 plus c1, right? Okay, now if you simplify this one, c1 coming right side, left hand side, so c1 is equal to wl squared by 2. Could you understand this one? So the constant term c1 is equal to wl squared by 2. Okay. Now applying the second boundary condition, right? What is the second boundary condition? At x is equal to L, deflection y is equal to 0. Applying this deflection condition, that is second boundary condition in the deflection equation 2. What we already done? Slope equation. The first condition for the slope equation, the second condition for the deflection equation, right? Now the second condition, that is y is equal to 0. So we put this value in deflection equation, that is in equation 2. We know what is the second equation. Ea into y is equal to minus wx cube by 6 plus c1x plus c2. Is it no? We already know this one. This is equation number 2. Is it no? We put this value instead of x is equal to L, y is equal to 0 in this equation 2. Y becomes 0, x becomes L, so WL cube by 6. Here C1, what is the C1 value? Already we determined the C1 value is, what is that? WL squared by 2. Is it no? From the first condition, we already derived the C1 value, the constant C1 value, right? Put this C1 value here, WL squared by 2. Instead of x, we put L, right? Plus constant term 2, right? So minus WL cube by 6. WL squared into L, WL cube by 2 plus C2. Is it now? Bringing this C2 left hand side, that is minus C2. Right? Here minus WL cube by 6. Taking common to these terms, it becomes a 6 denomination. Then WL cube plus 3WL cube. Is it now? Okay? Right. So simplifying this, we will get 2WL cube by 6. So on again we simplify, we will get the value of C2. What is that C2? WL cube by 3. Could you understand this one? So applying the boundary condition 1, we got this C1 value. Again applying the condition 2 in the deflection equation, we get the constant term C2 value, right?